because many of you here at this page don't know the name of my other channel, which is a cooking and lifestyle show. You may not know that Sherri Shepherd and I are friends. So who is Sherri Shepherd? She's a comic slash comedian, actress, mom, talk show host, and all around decent human being. So I reached out to her 10 years ago to invite her to be a guest on my cooking show, and she came. I'll tell you more of the story towards the end because I want to get into the cards. So a couple days ago, I saw a report come through that her talk show, The Sherri Show, did not get picked up for a 5th season. So at the end of season 4, it's going to be done, guys. So I pulled cards, and these are the cards that I got, okay? Let's cut away. So I pulled some cards asking, this is just for my private use, what's going to happen to Sherri Shepherd, like how her show got canceled. Is she going to land on her feet? And I got the 8 of Wands, and this means whatever is happening is going to happen fast, right? Either a new job or the fact that the show didn't get renewed. Maybe they'll close it down quicker than she anticipated. The Knight of Cups, this is about romance and imagination. She might meet somebody. The 2 of Wands is planning, decision, discovery, crossroads. She's at a crossroads right now. She's going to have to decide if she's going to stay in New York, if she's going to move someplace else, if she's going to look for work out there. And then the Star. Oh, okay, Sherri, I see you. You're already a star. And then the last one is Judgment. I feel like this is people who are judging her, kind of like, you know how people are always saying that Sherri stole that show from Wendy when that's not true, right? Yeah. I feel like that's just the internet. Then underneath it all is the 5 of Wands. Conflict, competition, conflict, competition, rivalry, and strife. So this is the lawsuits that I heard have been lobbed against the company that owns the Sherri Show. I'm always pulling cards in the evening when my brain is relaxed, and most of the time I'm not running camera. So sometimes I have to pull the camera out afterwards and show you what the cards are. And I'm so glad that you guys believe me that I did pull these cards, okay? Because I see some card readers get a lot of flack because they're like, did you really pull those cards? Yeah, these are the cards I pulled, right? 8 of Wands, and it is about speed, momentum, progress, swift change. Well, she is going through swift change right now because she is essentially unemployed, and I put the air quotes because Sherri is never unemployed because she keeps a job. She never gives up on her comedy no matter what job she has, okay? So she's been doing her comedy the whole time, the 4 seasons that she's been doing the talk show, and right now as we speak she's on a 14-city tour, all right? So the Knight of Cups kind of surprised me because I'm like, what's this doing here? Because whenever I see the Knight of Cups, I think about a knight in shining armor riding in to sweep the damsel in distress off her feet, right? It is romantic, charming, imaginative, artistic. It could just be about her imaginative and artistic side, like what she's gonna do next, right, in her life. And she is a very charming person, but I really feel like this is about romance. Sherri, I think you have somebody coming into your life, my love. You know, I don't know that I'm ever going to show Sherri this video because I don't know how she feels about tarot. Although, the other tarot reader, Boots Tarot, he, I think when she first got the show, he did a reading where he said she would only get 1 season. I screen recorded it and saved it because I wanted to see if that was going to come true because I did not believe that, and I spoke life into that show, right? So then later on he met her on a red carpet event thingy and he whispered something in her ear, gave her his card, came back, did a reading and said that she was only a seat filler for somebody who was going to come after her and take up that genre or show or whatever, and that this was going to be her stepping stone to what she really wanted to do, which was acting. Well, Sherri is an actress, right? I don't know what he means by that. When maybe become a bigger, more well-known actress? I don't know. I know that Sherri always wanted that type of a talk show and that she waited 20 years to get that. And God blessed her with it for 4 years, and I'm sure she's done wonderful things to save and plant seeds and stuff that's going to move her into her future. I feel good things for her. The 2 of Wands, planning, decisions, discovery, crossroads. She is at a crossroads. All the cards are shaking out for this reading, don't you think? She has decisions to make. Is she going to stay in New York? Is she going to come back to California? Because in April is when they have what do you call it, sitcom. I call it sitcom week, but it's like sitcom month, where you audition for sitcoms. And that's how I met her. I'll give you the story afterwards. So then the next card is the star. Well, Sherri is a star, and she did get a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And the star is about hope, healing, guidance, and inspiration. I'm sure she's taken inspiration from a lot of other people who were in TV, who when they lost their jobs, they came to YouTube and they made it bigger and better. I'm sure she can, because she never gave up her Instagram account. She kept her Instagram account, so I believe that belongs to her. Now, the last card is Judgment, and Judgment is about awakening, reckoning, and rebirth, all right? So she is going to do a rebirth. I'm excited for her. I really am. Now, the last card that I got kind of troubled me. This is the hidden influence. It's the 501s, conflict, competition, rivalry, and strife. Right? So somebody did send me something about the fact that the executive producer, who was a friend of Sherri said she knew him for 10 years before she took him with her to be her executive producer, and he got fired, apparently, allegedly, right? And they said that he's suing the show and even naming Sherri in the lawsuit. All this is alleged. I don't have any concrete evidence. I've just seen other content creators talk about it, so I don't know where they got their story from. Sherri has not told me this. We don't have that kind of friendship where we're yammering on about things like this. We have the kind of friendship where we can text each other and uplift each other. And I do that maybe 4, 5, 6 times a year. I'll send her a text, or she'll send me a text, just something positive. And we did text each other twice in January, and just catching up from the prior year stuff, right? And I did ask her if her show was going to get renewed for another season, and she said at the time she did not know, so she couldn't answer that question. And I took her at her word, and then it was 2 weeks later. I think I asked her this on like January 4th. So we're at February 4th. Oh, today's February 4th. So almost a month later was when word came down that the show is not getting renewed. And I see a lot of people say, oh, she gets canceled, but not Jennifer Hudson. I know Sherri wouldn't like comments like that, because they all compete against each other for these jobs. And when one of them get the job, they're all excited for each other. I don't know that she's friends with J Hud, but I know she doesn't like that kind of bashment. All right, so let me tell you how I met Sherri. I'm shuffling to do my gush. I don't know what question I'm going to ask for the gush. I met Sherri because she was on Periscope, and she would come on every evening, and she would have a large audience. At least 2,500 people would be in her chat. And I would ask her if she would come be a guest on my cooking show. At the time, I only had 23,000 subscribers. And she said, but I don't know how to cook. I'm like, I don't care. I just want you. I liked her because I liked her spirit, her personality. And I wanted to impress my mom, who was dying at the time, but I didn't know that she was going to die a few months later, right? And because my mom had cancer that she fought twice successfully, and it came a third time, and I thought she was going to be successful again. So that's why I said it that way. And so finally, that was January of 2016 that I was bugging Sherri. And she said she wants to know, how do you know that when somebody truly loves you? And I put in the chat, yeah, you know this by the 3 Ps. And she says, what do you mean the 3 Ps? She called out the name of my show. And I said, provision, protection, and promotion, right? If you love somebody, or somebody loves you, and it doesn't have to be intimate love. It could be love between parent and children, and brother and sister, and just friends. They would want to promote you in everything that you're doing, especially if it's something good. They would definitely want to provide for you, right? Like if they can give you a gift, they would want to do that. I mean, some people don't have the money and they can't, but they provide in other ways, right? They'll do other things to lift you up. And they definitely want to protect you. And I'm fiercely protective of Sherri. I don't want anybody to say anything bad about her, especially knowing her the way I do, to where I know that she's a very kind person. I've gone to backyard party where we met Stevie Wonder and a lot of other actors and actresses and comics and stuff like that, right? So this card wanted to come out. I don't know what it is. It fell on the floor. So, yeah, she's a really, really decent human being. And I'm grateful to know her, and I want just the best for her. Oh, I got sidetracked. She came. I went to one of her comedy shows. My mom paid for that. And then she singled me and Joe out and picked on us the whole night at the comedy show, which was fun. And we met her after, and she's like, why do I know you? And I'm like, because I'm the person talking to you on Periscope. I want you to come to my house. And she says, okay, I'm going to come. When I come back for sitcom month, I'm going to, in April, I'm going to come to your house. And she came on April 1st. And it was a wonderful, wonderful show. And I stayed in her life. I stayed in her life, and I don't bug her for nothing. One day she put my daughter on TV for singing on Channel 5 here in California. She's just a really, really decent person, and I want nothing but the best for her. So what was the question? Is Sherri going to be all right? So the card that fell out is the Five of Swords. Conflict, defeat, dishonor, competition. Again, I feel like this is that lawsuit. Maybe she is named in that lawsuit. For real, for real. We won't sneeze at these cards coming out. We don't always just get good cards, right? So we had the Five of Wands as what she didn't see coming. And now I've asked the question at the end of the video for the gush. And I get conflict, defeat, dishonor, and competition. So you guys know I always move some. I always pull the top one and then move some. But I didn't pull the top one because of the fact that that one fell to the floor. So I'm going to move some to get the bottom. The Page of Wands. This is a message coming in quickly. Yeah. Enthusiasm, exploration, free spirit. She's gonna be free. I feel like she's gonna win this lawsuit. If she's named in this lawsuit, she's gonna win. I'm gonna hold on to positivity. Can you hold on to positivity with me?